of the 2020 World Championship between Bastian Winkelhaus and Paul Myers. In the first game, Paul won by 18, I believe was the number.
Yeah, that's right.
This is game 2 here. I'm joined again by Brian Mischke and Mike Kessling eventually. He will come back. I apologize for the... oh, there it goes. Look at that. That's all I had to do. Working on getting that visual up, but got it now. Looks like Paul is playing Imperial Entanglements. Pretty standard start, starting Mos Espa, and the 3 effects are Imperial Arrest Order, Mobilization Points, and Endor Shield Virtual. While Bastian is playing Legend, which is not surprising. He's starting Walkling, Strike Planning, and a Brave Resistance. Now, Brian, you have probably played a bit more Legend than I have. How do you feel about this matchup?
Yeah, I think it can go either way. I think it's pretty up in the air. But I would take Bastian to win it. I don't know if he can get there by 18. 18's a lot to get through. It depends on how the early turns go. But 18 is a lot to get through. He has done it before in Worlds against Tom Kelly. I think he came back from 20 or 21.
Was that the same matchup?
To win. No, that was AOBs versus Old Allies.
Right. Black Sun.
And then, yeah, but Tom won with IE versus Watch Your Step, I think. I think it was his Watch Your Step. So, yeah. I mean, but if anyone can come back by a large margin, it's Bastian. So, it will be interesting. The first turns will be pretty telling. If IE's able to get to a quick start, it's going to be pretty tough to just stay above 18.
Yeah. And Paul's been playing this Entanglements deck for, I want to say, like, multiple years now. So he kind of knows what to expect, knows what he should be doing.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, so I will see what has happened here. It looks like he grabbed the flagship Executor with mobilization points. I grabbed Ozzel with Endor Shield and Piet with Endor Shield. He's going to pull a Docking Bay.
Yeah.
He's going to pull the Desert Heart. He's going to deploy another Docking Bay from hand, drop Ozzel on the Devastator, give it a little bit of protection right away. Piet
you usually don't see the Death Star 2 Docking Bay in IE, but...
Yeah, that makes sense, because you run the one Executor Docking Bay and then multiple Tatooine Docking Bays.
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess. He's playing it.
So he drops Piet to the Docking Bay, he uses Piet to pull Battle Deployment, which he will then use to pull... I know Paul runs a lot of ATSTs that can react around, and probably Blizzard 4, probably Blizzard 2. Paul moving at a lightning pace.
He's going for
turn
it.
1.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just going for it with Battle Deployment, which is interesting.
Yeah, so I've played against him playing this before, and he's probably going to drop it to the Executor Docking Bay with Piet, just to protect him a little bit more. And so then when he moves over, he can have some protection too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I would guess he grabs Blizzard Scout 1 here. He does have 5/4, so if he can't find an ATST and does have, say, Blizzard 4 in there, he's going to be forced to deploy that. But finds Tempest Scout 3.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay, those were the easy things, I guess, to do on turn 1.
Let's see. Yeah, I think, that's usually all you do with IE, then draw a few. Or
Yeah,
one
probably,
in his
probably
case.
save 1, yeah.
Yeah. then probably go for the flip next turn. So yeah, battle deployment shouldn't stay online for too long once General Leia comes on table.
Right.
So
Now, if you're Bastian, are you trying to...
my question is...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, my question is, why is General Leia so much better than Admiral Thrawn? It's insane. She's so much better. All right, that's just a random aside. But yeah, what was your question?
Standard light side card is better than dark side card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if Bastian wants to kind of mess up Paul's automatic flipping type thing, right? So he'd like very formulaic flip. How does he go about doing that?
Yeah, it's pretty tough with Legend because you want to get Luke down turn 1.
Right.
Usually. So it's pretty tough. But if he really wanted to, he could go like Leia. He could go Leia and then someone else to another site. Or he could try to fight this right here, because if you fight this and clear it with General Leia, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So Paul did move Tempest Scout over to Tatooine Docking Bay, which he also had in hand. That seems kind of aggressive, but
it does seem very aggressive.
So,
but he knows he's up big, so he just needs to put. He's trying to push damage, I feel like.
Yeah. Bastian's going to get 10 force turn 1. Maybe he's banking on the fact that if you want to pull a sight, that's going to cost 1. If you want to pull Luke, that's going to cost 3. Can't really come at it with much. And he probably has a barrier.
General Leia is definitely the way. Yeah, that could be it too.
Did we lose Mike? Mike's gone.
Yeah, I think we did this, Mike. That already went. I don't know how many barrier cancelers Legends are playing anymore. The game plan for Legend really changed over the past year or so. Beforehand, it was all about fighting, getting big battles through, but then people realized how strong it was to just bunker at a site and retrieve with Rose, ping with BB-8. So.
Bastian is going to deploy a location with Legend.
Yeah.
Oh man, apparently Casey's giving away free donuts on stream. I don't even know how that works.
I don't either. But I'm going to leave and go watch his stream instead, so good luck.
Yeah.
Eat some free donuts.
Insufficient disk space. That doesn't seem right. That's a bad time. Okay.
Okay, so according to Timo, I believe.
That was Timo, yes.
He said Bastian plays some free ride, he also has Leia's gun, which, yeah, it's pretty good to just kill a walker immediately. So those are some big cards that'll help him clear. I'm guessing that Paul's just going to go for the flip next turn, straight up, and we'll see. It's usually turn 2 is where the game starts for Legend, and it also is pretty unfortunate. I'm guessing he missed the 2-0.
Yeah.
So now he's even further behind.
Apparently I ran out of disk space to save my recording. That's a bad time. Let's start recording again. Well, these videos, because the stream is 1 hour and 45 minutes. The video is like 6 gigs. And I have all mine saved still from MPC and various things I've recorded since then. So just had to delete those real quick.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that's super unfortunate when you miss a 2-0, especially when you can't lose or you need to win by 19. It's never feels good to have things go wrong on your first turn.
You sound like you speak from experience.
I do. It's not fun.
So Bastian's going to put General Leia back to grab a resistance character. With no 2-0, I think he's more likely to maybe attack this turn. Just to make sure he uses all that force.
I agree.
If he has...
You dropped a General Leia.
He can still pull her back twice with strike planning, so...
Oh, that's true.
If he wants to go
that's
get
true.
a Rey with Saber and maybe has the female interrupt to make her immune, that might be good to go attack. Or to at least hold a sight.
Yeah, do they have to... do you have to defend for that interrupt?
You might. I think you're right. I think Kessling's back.
I don't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, it looks like he did join back.
Alright, so Yoda. Yoda's another good defender of a site.
Yeah, Yoda's really strong.
Yoda to the Desert Heart.
Yeah. Also, it's great going to the Desert Heart, too, because you can just move out whenever you want with his text. Yeah, super strong card for light side.
Sebastian's gonna draw here.
Okay. Yeah.
You take over. I'm gonna go listen to wife's call.
Alright. Sounds good.
Hello?
Alright. Hear me, baby, for a shield. Got aim high. And then Paul's gonna hit him for 1 this turn at the docking bay. We'll see if he can do anything. It is a little risky going just with Yoda, considering he can get some pulls with battle deployment. So if he goes like Blizzard 4 someone, like Blizzard 4 Tarkin, with another leader, draws 2, can get some big damage. But I feel like Bastian felt he was forced to do something this turn instead of just sitting around waiting and drawing for the site. That is 15-4. So it's Paul definitely has some options here. He can probably go for the flip and fight Yoda all in this turn.
Sadly, not quite as spicy a meatball here for Bastian, huh?
Yeah. It's looks like a standard legend, but that might be telling of how imbalanced the sides are right now too. That he felt he needed to build a crazy deck to beat all the top tier light sides, and then he can just play legend for his light side.
Yeah, I tend to think that's exactly what was going on. Is he felt like having something that attacked from a different axis was the best way to go, because he probably didn't love any of the options for Dark.
Yeah, Dark does seem very far behind on the power curve right now, but I guess this is how it goes, because a couple years earlier, light side was way ahead, so... dark side was way ahead. TTO is big. Yeah. So
it's Paul's turn. This could take a while.
it could.
It
could take a while.
No.
I think he definitely has a possibility to just blow out Yoda right now. I don't know if he goes for it. I think he's probably going to go for the flip. That'd be my guess.
I think after winning the first game by what, 16?
Yeah.
It makes more sense just to
no,
put some
18. It was 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that he's totally incentivized to really attack into Yoda.
Yeah.
He also only has an 8-card hand, but it's one of those things with entanglements. It always feels there's like tension between building your hand up, but you also need to play a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. And here comes Blizzard 4. So this is what I was worried about for Bastion, is just getting blown out by Blizzard 4 into something and then getting a bunch of power there. But yeah, I completely agree with you with the hand size tension. Usually after you flip, like turn 2, 3, you have like 4 cards in hand, and as IE, that's your one turn where you feel vulnerable. But if you're able to draw that next turn, it's really hard to win for light side.
Agreed. So Gideon pulls Sergeant Eyeroll from deck.
Mm-hmm.
Has Paul been playing more of a trooper build of this, or could he be playing a slightly different entanglements than what he has been playing?
I feel like he's been playing mostly some reacting ATSDs. It looks kind of standard, maybe a few more vehicles than normal. But yeah, I haven't seen anything crazy from him before, so I would be surprised to see if it was different now. Yeah.
Did we lose Bill for good, or is he coming back?
He's coming back. He had to take a phone call. So he should be back shortly.
I had to make breakfast. It was delicious.
What'd you have?
My wife made us sourdough pancakes. We're good.
That sounds real nice.
So now we see Paul initiate battle deployment to try to pull a vehicle. And it's Blizzard's got 1.
So yeah, this is he's gonna be up by at least 7 power right now. Cancel the game text of Yoda too. Oh, so he's gonna be up by even more. He's up by 10 power. Not immune to attrition, so he's for sure clearing. Might even force a Hoojigs.
It's good to see that I was gone for 5 minutes and that we're still in Paul's turn 2.
Yeah.
We've been damping as best we can, but yeah, there's not a ton to react to.
Yeah. Yeah. Checking in on the other games, well, we have a little break in this one. Looks like Just to Decide might lose to Kieran. It's a close one, though. Alright, so here's the battle. Down by 11. Not immune.
This many guys will allow Paul to spread out and flip this turn also, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we were saying we expected him to go for the flip this turn, but weren't sure if he would actually go after Yoda. But obviously he has elected to do so, and it looks like it's working out well.
Yeah.
Blizzard Scout 1, when you have that online and the ability to cancel any game text, is pretty powerful.
Super nice. Yeah. I mean that forces Bastian to use the Hoojix right there because that 3 power difference is what he felt like was enough to Hoojix out of.
Yeah, when you got to win by 18 or 19, losing 3 kind of hurts.
Yeah. Exactly.
You said that it's not looking good for Justin?
Yeah, it's actually over for Justin. He just got eliminated.
Really?
Kieran took him out. Hunt down V versus a legend.
Kieran moving on?
Kieran is moving on.
So congratulations to Kieran.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's one world champ down. Or one more world champ down.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. If Bastian is eliminated here as well, then we're guaranteed a new champion this year.
Yeah.
Or first time champion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's going to be an uphill battle. I mean,
Yeah.
not that it's not winnable for Bastian, but winning by 19 is a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty tough. It's gonna be pretty tough for sure.
Is MD Gamer Charlie?
Yeah.
Hello, Charles. I am. I am not. I haven't enjoyed playing the game for the last month very much at all. So I am very much in favor of a reset.
Yeah. I was that way for a pretty long time. After the NPC, I was like, I don't want to play on that anymore.
I think playing online exacerbates that problem too, because you don't have all of the fun that comes with a real life event. It's like by the time you're done playing, spending your entire day on the computer, which in and of itself isn't all that fun. If the games aren't particularly fun, it loses some of the allure.
Yeah, generally
yeah,
you get
100%.
that
Playing
big
online
event to like reinvigorate everybody, and you're like, oh my god, this is great. We're gonna fix things, and we'll do this and this, and everything's good, and we don't have that.
Yeah.
Right. Normally, when a major ends, I get home and I'm like, I can't wait. I want to play more. And now I'm like, when Worlds was over for me, which was quickly, it was like, this is great. I don't have to worry about this anymore.
Yeah. It's pretty rough. But honestly, I feel like it's gotten a little better with this new set. A little bit, not as much stacking and just Doom stack and Legend versus ISB every game. So there's a few new decks and a little more interesting gameplay, but it's still, still a little too much stacky for me.
I don't even think it's so much like the meta is stale or bad or whatever. It's just the constant online, I think, is what's starting to like drain me, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to bring Hit Go and HD and sling sixes at people if I'm doing it across the table from them.
Yeah. Yeah. Playing online is definitely a grind.
Yeah. And we can't play Bang or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Liar's Dice. Skull and
Bangs
Roses.
is a great game.
Who's Clark is ticking? Okay, it's Bastian. has pulled the Luke saddle. He's going to put back Leia with his Brave Resistance and suit her for a new character.
Poe Dameron.
So he's going with Poe. He might be trying to kill the Devastator. He's gonna need a barrier canceler, I would imagine.
There is the Imperial barrier.
Yeah.
Will he have a canceler?
He will not. That barrier has resolved.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty bad for Bastian. This is really bad. Because now, even if you, like, Paul can just drop Executor next turn, outpower him by 30.
Not an approximate.
Yeah. Yeah. This could be pretty bad.
Which way did you say it?
Think Executor? Pretty sure that's what I said.
No.
I might go back and forth, honestly.
I go back and forth.
Yeah.
You say it right and then you say it wrong.
I say it 2 different ways. I like to keep everybody happy, so sometimes it's the Executor and sometimes it's the Executor.
Yeah.
Maybe what I should do is every time it's going to battle, it should be the Executor, and every time it's going to not, it can be the Executor.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the Executor just sounds way more, badass.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an executioner. It's not killing anybody. It's executing things.
Yeah.
Executing the will of Darth Vader. One who executes is an executor. Alright, so Paul's going to drain for 1, 1, and 1 here. Bastian's going to lose a leadership off the top, a rescue in the clouds off the top, and a 3rd card to be seen.
I mean, yeah, I feel like you just jam the ship here, clear the system, and then it's probably game over. I don't see how you come back after that.
Oh, the 3rd card was an out-of-commission combo, sorry. Right, he's executing the will of Darth Vader. I'll stop now.
I agree. I think yeah. I think they both work.
Yeah, I'm with Works. Like, Bastian definitely felt, I think his best chance to win the match is to just go for the elimination of the Devastator. He's putting himself in a position where Paul has to have no barrier and no Imperial command for that to pay off. But at a certain point, it's also like, he hasn't drawn that many cards. He only has a 6-7 card hand at the time. So just going for it seems like a reasonable push.
Yeah, and I feel like he could have gotten around a command if he has an all things combo too.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think it was a desperation play for sure.
Yeah, but now with 18 force active peaking at 4 cards, that particular flagship in hand, it's going to be a bad time.
Yeah, exactly.
So So that makes it 7 of 8 light side decks are either Hitco or Legend, and then Paul playing Diplo.
Amazing.
Is that the
Hitco's
word
so
that we
strong.
should use?
How many of the Hitco decks are running Never Tell Me the Odds?
Hopefully all of them.
I hope so. What a great
But
card
most
that nobody's
likely
playing.
0. Yeah. It's a really good card. It's really good.
Oh, and Tarkin's Bounty to get any card he wants out of Force Pile.
Yeah, this is rough.
This is a bad time. We could lose both world champions in round 1.
Yeah. I would not have predicted that.
How is the Joe Olsen Fernando match going?
I actually have no clue. I'm pretty sure Joe won the first game.
Joe has advanced.
Joe advanced.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks that way.
Do you guys, would you
Well, like
guys, I know Brian
22.
you can't continue, but Mike, would you like to continue and do a semi-final match also?
Probably not.
Okay.
I have some pictures to hang. It's going to be an exciting Sunday here.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Maybe some Bed Bath and Beyond.
Depending
I
on
don't
how
know.
long- Depending on how long the semis go, I might be able to hop on for the final, but I don't know how many streamers there are.
I know that the main page is going to try to stream the final.
Yeah.
It can always be a
Makes
road
sense.
second stream.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
the rogue stream.
Can do drunk commentary and
So just commentary.
be great time. Yeah, exactly.
You're taking a break in between matches to get drunk, Brian?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what.
Alright, so Paul, instead of deploying that particular flagship, has deployed Tempest Scout 2 to Mos Espa, Imperial Justice, which has stacked Corporal Drolosin, Trample, and Blizzard 2. So now he doesn't even need the command. So Jared won his first game by 11, it looks like. I don't know what's going on in that game right now.
Yeah. He still has enough to just drop the Executor right now. Does it cost 11, I think? Maybe 10 with Piet? I don't know if Piet works at... It's that
Well,
same
Ozil should
system,
make
so I
it
think it's only...
-1.
Yeah.
So 3 force for General Veers. Oh, I've got breaking
Me.
news, guys. We're giving away 2
Yeah.
t-shirts today. To enter, all anybody needs to do is send an email to streaming@starwarsccg.com. So you can win yourself a
Any
t-shirt.
details of what these t-shirts look like?
I don't know.
It's... I mean, this play... I think this play will probably work out anyways, but it's crazy to me that it just didn't go for the win like, right away.
Right.
I think you win no matter what if you clear the ship.
So he dropped Veers to Tempest Scout 2, he dropped Barrack on the Devastator. He's going to move Piet up to the system, Moff Gideon over to the free reacting ATST, Barrack's not really doing anything up in space other than just providing 5 forfeit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not playing
yeah,
money.
no, he's not doing anything else. Yeah.
So you're sitting
I don't know if
with
he had eye roll.
12, 17 forfeit up there on the Devastator. That's not bad.
It's gonna be tough to get through that. Yeah, he had that first turn really. If he had a barrier canceller, it would have been pretty huge, but
And Paul just drawing cards here. I'm gonna roll off screen and take a bite to eat.
gets to retrieve back Iroll that he lost from the first battle. What's on the t-shirts, anyone know? Is it just a t-shirt?
It's just a t-shirt. Just a plain white
That's
t-shirt.
pretty nice. Yeah. Fruit of the Looms. Perfect.
Alright, so Bastian here, activating 17. Gonna grab the Leia he put back last turn. The V13 probe droid, the ID9 probe droid, is on the t-shirt.
That's cool. This
Was
could
it-
be. I don't think he's used his. Oh, was that?
I said, is the big announcement this T-shirt thing?
It is a pretty cool announcement.
Alright, so Bastian's gonna use his once per game tunnel vision here with the legend objective. Taco Bill right now. I don't even know how to look at this picture.
That's kind of funny.
I'm scared.
This could be an opening right here. I don't know because he does get the once per game. He has Leia in hand. Depending on what his other 4 cards are, I think this is his last ditch effort.
So Leia is going to cancel battle deployment, but is also going to get buried.
That's a tilter.
Hey, I didn't bring the food onto the stream. I left the stream to go to the food. Normally I would just mute myself, but the way I'm streaming right now is Mike and Brian are coming through the speakers, so I can't just mute the mic because then I would mute them too.
What kind of food is it?
It's an Italian sandwich.
Nice. Like a grinder?
I mean, I would call it a hoagie. It's probably on the menu as a hero.
You call those submarines down here.
Alright, so Bastian is going to pull Force Protection. He's going to play Mandalorian Mishap to go get Leia's blaster rifle.
Pretty interesting. I like the Mandalorian mishap.
Also going to deploy Rey with lightsaber in front of Tempest Scout. Is that 2 or 3? 3.
Yeah. He has 2 reacts. One of them's for free too. Well, actually, he has 3 ATSDs out. So One of them's for free.
And is just going to run away.
Okay.
So currently, Paul is threatening 3 damage. While Bastian is threatening 2.
What? Good thing for Bastian, a lot of threats already on table. Bad thing is he gets to look at 5 cards and take anyone into hand. So you could just find something.
Well, he just did that, right?
I was talking about for Paul. Paul can,
Paul,
look at the top 5 cards of his reserve deck, and yeah, he can find anything he wants. Well, almost anything. A lot of options for him.
I was watching Eric's clip of the guy eating the hoagie on stream. All right, so Paul's gonna activate 17. He's gonna drain 4, 1, 1, and 1. Bastian's gonna lose a spin from hand. General Kenobi from reserve deck. And a BB-8 from hand. Bastian's getting to the point now where he is at 26 in life force, needs to keep that number at or above 18.
Yeah.
So really is going to win with the cards he has.
Yeah, he's probably going to get some retrieval back with Leia every once in a while when he battles, but maybe Rose hits the table at some point. But other than that,
Rose is in space.
It's gonna be tough.
Doing not
Oh
much.
yeah, Rose is in space.
Paul's also looking at 5 cards to turn with his objective now, so you've got to think he's going to get occupation online quickly.
Yeah, exactly. 1 turn of occupation's probably just going to end the game. End the match.
Well, I think Bastian probably has a free ride combo or an escape pod that he can stave off for a turn or 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once it gets through though, it's not good.
I don't know why I don't show up in your stream, William.
I don't know. You were there for a bit. Now you're not. Now you were. I don't want
Dan
to
wants
touch
to know
anything.
why you didn't play, Brian.
Brian had to take the year off to study real hard for his SATs so that he could get into a good college.
The SATs.
We take the ACTs out here. Yeah. No, I just wasn't having fun playing online, so I didn't want to play. But once we get back in person, I'll start playing again more regularly.
So Paul took a card with the objective and is now playing Force Push to get another card. I mean, the irony of Dan asking why you didn't play when Dan himself didn't play.
Exactly. Looks like Chris Kelly is up pretty big against
Jared?
Jared. Yeah.
I think the number was 11 in game 1, so...
Yeah. So right now, just looking at life totals, it's 33 to 18 in favor of Chris.
What's that matchup they're playing right now?
Huntdown V versus Legend.
Paul's still force pushing.
Could be a minute.
Big decision.
Yeah. This is a big decision. I do think he made it a lot harder on himself, not just winning the game on the spot, really. That usually make it harder by doing that.
Winning the game
You're
on
in
the
favor
spot.
of the walk-off?
The what?
You're in favor of any play that could result in a walk-off?
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like if you kill the Falcon, which you would have, I don't think Bastion's going to continue playing. He already also like if you just drop Executor, a couple pilots, and he already played Hujix and blow him out for it because it's 4 power to maybe like 25 and a Destiny. Like he's gonna take Overflow too. So I just think he should have gone for that play. Now you never want to leave the door open for Bastion.
Seems like Bastian got pretty unlucky running into Paul here, in that any of the other 3 matchups I think would have been much more favorable for his start side.
For sure. He also just got unlucky in this matchup, missing Luke Chernomon and then having to go Yoda. Or feeling forced to go Yoda. It was pretty unlucky, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
So Paul's going to grab a second grabber here, making it a little tougher for Bastian to play any used interrupts because he can grab 2 of them now.
The joke didn't crack me up. We were actually fairly even on clock usage until this turn, which has now been at least 7 minutes of force training, playing a force push, and a grabber.
There's a big ship.
There's a big ship. Probably occupation following. I mean, he's seen every card in his life force except for 1 this turn, between force push and the peak.
Yeah.
So he has an occupation.
You'd assume so.
There's Paul Treatham. That's an interesting choice. Outside
Yeah, you don't
ISV.
usually see him.
I like him. It's just pure card advantage. But also he's vulnerable to
That's
something
true.
like quite a mercenary.
You want the rest of this?
No, I'm good, thank you. Okay, bye. My wife just finished working from 3 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Just gonna go take a nap.
That's a brutal shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
Right.
not seem fun.
So Paul is going to move away from Leia with gun. And they played this matchup yesterday, right?
I believe so, and I think Bastion won.
Yeah. I remember seeing way fewer ATSTs on the table. Probably due to Leia.
Yeah.
Now it's like all Paul really has to do is avoid Leia. Potential once he gets occupation, if he does get some of that 3, it's just gonna be really hard for Bastion to win by more than 18.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. Getting off to a slow start against IE is really bad. It's not great. Because once they get set up and they have all their reacts, it's just tough to break through. They have a ton of forfeits, so yeah.
So we see Bastian pulling, don't do that again. Before draining, just to make sure that Leia is not always thinking with her stomach.
Second battle deployment. It's interesting.
Yeah, I thought if you were running a second copy of an Admiral's Order, it would be the direct damage general one. Maybe battle deployment's that important.
Yeah, it's a great AO. That is for sure.
I think he also just wants access to more 6s for training.
That makes sense.
Like, he almost assuredly wants battle deployment, given how many walkers he's playing. So 2, the redundancy just to make sure he doesn't miss it at the beginning, it makes sense, and then having another 6 so that he can trample cards like Leia or Rey here are pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Again, pretty fresh, just what you want to see.
I'm not.
I feel like you'd have to, like, for Bastian's turn 1 play, I feel like he had to have known that it's possible he gets beat down and overflowed.
Yeah. But he has to have, so, like, you can withstand Blizzard 4 because Blizzard 4 is just, what, 8 power against your 6, and they have forfeit fodder. But having both Blizzard 4 and Blizzard Scout 1 is completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
So Bastian here is going to, he drained for 1, so they lost the battle deployment, we said that. He's going to put Finn back with a Brave Resistance to grab Finn. Just get that 1 out of there.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough breaking through Justice too. So I mean, he's gonna need a few battles to get through that.
Yeah, that's always how I feel playing against Entanglements, is like, you have to break through Justice, you have to break through battle deployment, you have to break through forfeits that are, I mean, like, Poultrydom's a 7, and everybody on the ground is +2, and all kinds of crazy things like that. Instead, we see Bastian here is going to deploy Finn in front of Blizzard 4 and Holdo to the desert to flip Paul back to the 0 side. We'll move Finn over to join Rey, and potentially move Leia over to join Holdo. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but for Paul to flip now, he would need to control 3 sites? Is that how it works? Okay, so he has to battle him off of one of the sites?
Yeah. Or play another one. I don't think he plays 5 though. I have been seeing 5 in IE more commonly, like the last couple
Yeah,
months
especially
or so.
with the second non-battleground docking bay. I don't think you're going to see that.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just taking 2 this turn, staying in front of the Devastator.
Just 1 this turn because he can't train at the system, right?
Oh yeah, you can't drain the system. Yeah, you're right. It's only 1 this
Yeah,
turn.
he's on the 0 side.
So he does draw some cards. He's got 11 cards in hand now. Bastian does. Has 21 in Life Force. Needs to stay above 18.
Bastian obviously very comfortable with match play and playing to a certain differential, so
Yeah.
that'll be top of mind
Yeah.
for him for this game.
Yeah, he's one of the best at just keeping.
You can just stop. He's
Track.
one of the best.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't just stop right there.
In pretty much anything else you were going to say, it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Braun comes down in space. So he's got a substantial power lead now in space. He's up by 13 against the Falcon.
Yeah.
But Bastian does have a barrier.
So, I guess that is one of the reasons he could not have wanted to go for the executor play, just so he didn't get buried and loses a bunch of tempo by just dropping that the entire turn, for his entire turn. Could be reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think actually the play that Paul went for sets him up for longer term success, like more often, because it is kind of a one shot. If he had gone for that executor and he gets barriered, that could swing the game pretty substantially back in Bastian's favor just because of all the tempo loss, like you said.
I think
Yeah,
Timo
yeah.
did point that out earlier too, so it's a good eye.
I have yet to try terraforming Mars on Steam Morphs. How is it?
See lateral damage here on the Falcon. Not a good time.
Something new.
Yeah,
That's not a good time. You don't like that.
interesting for Entanglements to play it since they can't play their own system, second system.
Yeah.
So many light types give you a system.
Yeah. Pretty much everything but Hitko, right? And I guess it makes sense with Watch Your Step becoming a deck that you want to be able to punish them a little bit.
Probably it's gonna be some overflow. Down 16.
And you
And
got 8 forfeit.
Poe and Rose forfeit for 8. It's not great.
Does get to draw 2.
That's true.
Well, Paul is using his justice, so he'll be limited.
Was get to draw 2.
It also makes it to where he can't redraw his destiny with his objective.
Yep.
Takes Blizzard 2 into hand with Justice. So Paul draws a 4, so he's going to be 20. Force projection is going to happen here. That was Menace Fades, which is a 4. So Paul will remain at 16 with no attrition for Bastian. Bastian's going to draw.
Thinking a spin here, probably.
He did lose one from hand earlier, so I would assume he has another one.
Yeah.
But we don't see it
Guess
played.
not.
So Bastian draws a 4. He's going to be down by 12.
Yeah.
And like we said, Poe and Rose cover 8. So that's going to be 4 more cards plus the loss of space for the turn.
a good turn here for Bastian.
Not good at all. I think this might be it. It might be. I don't think it's possible to come back and win by 18 after you take 4 overflow.
Well, I think that is possible in games, but with this board state, it's going to be challenging. Like, his best options are he's going to have to start battling into Paul with Leia.
Yeah.
Or being able to retreat.
So it looks like he's going to forfeit Poe for 6 and then take a couple overflow here. So Rebel Leadership and Menace Fades, both from use pile, and it looks like he's ready to concede here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, so Bastian's going to go ahead and concede. Paul is going to win the game, win the match, and move on to the semifinals. And all former world champions have been eliminated, so we will have a first-time champion this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bastian and Desai going down round 1.
Yeah.
Not something to expect.
Yeah, congratulations
crazy.
to Paul for moving on.
Huge win.
I believe the semifinals will be streamed by Casey on his channel, Spidey Guy Zero, and on the main Star Wars CCG channel. So you can check out those matchups. I think it's going to be Paul versus Kieran, if I'm not mistaken, and then Joe versus whoever wins the other match. No, maybe not. We'll hash that out. We'll figure it out. For now, thank you guys for joining me. Brian and Mike, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in a couple hours for Rebel final stream.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
All right. I'll catch you guys on the other channel.